Okay, so this is the final challenge question for the final planet, final hole. This question is actually meant to serve as a conceptual understanding of everything that they've kind of been seeing and observing, an extraction that's going to try and get us to the second law of thermodynamics, which is the conservation of energy, meaning that energy cannot be created nor destroyed. And we've been seeing this observationally. There can certainly be instances throughout the game to facilitate the scaffolding leading up to the actual law. So it says, observe the changes in the various forms of energy in relationship to the total energy. Now the key here is total energy because of the fact that in each isolated system that we are observing during the ball flight and initially when we input into the ball, we are looking at a total energy that should remain constant if conservation energy is correct. So let's play through and let's see if we can see that during any of the visuals. And I might suggest also that as far as facilitation goes, when you're ever getting into the realm of conservation of energy, it's really beneficial to start talking about the system and systems thinking, because your frame of reference, which essentially is going to be the boundary for your system, will allow you to see that energy is never destroyed. That's the big thing, because we can't ever really create it. It's only transferred for somewhere else. But destroying it, we may have energy lost due to heat and sound, but that's being transferred back into the earth. That's being transferred back into the air particles around it. It's not actually just completely evaporating, which might be a good focus point to clarify this conservation energy. But again, systems talk is going to make it easier on the students to digest once you have your good frame of reference. Okay, so this looks like I'm going to want to bounce it using my elastic terrain. So let's see if I can do that. Probably want to aim a little bit shallow. Where's my wind going? It's going that direction. All right. So I'm going to go that way. 2 meters, that's not too much. All right. Okay, so we can see total energy is not changing during this entire thing. Oh, nice. Nice. Good call on the mulligan. All right, gravity's the same. Let's see where my input's going to be. Nope, I'm going to want to do a little bit further. Right there. Okay, got the side wind. Got my energy input. Here we go. Oh, God. Hit it, hit it, hit it, hit it. Yeah! Uh-oh, uh-oh. Oh, hit a rock. Out of bounds, whatever. I bounced, that's all I care about. Okay, so we already were able to target, and the kids, it may take them a couple times to just notice and have a good basis for their argument that the total energy of your frame of reference is not changing, but everything else is kind of transferring amongst itself, which will play in to answering the question right. Here's also, you can see I'm in the bunker right now, which is one of the most inaccurate places you can be for golf. And it's actually 60% terrain, which means I got 60% of my preview lane cut off, which is going to make it a little bit more challenging to go where I want to go. But I'm going to go with it anyways. Didn't quite make it to the elastic terrain. That's okay. Oh. Okay, so now I have a unique shot right here where the flight, oh wow, look at that bend. The time in the air is substantially higher than usual because I've got very little amount of gravity. So I'm going to try and actually, okay, this looks like a good setup. Let's see if I can do it. No, why is it going to the right? So again, my total energy is not changing. This is going out of bounds. Or not. All right. Boy, that right path, I should not have taken that right path. Okay, that actually looks like it's going to go in. Okay, I just got a straight shot. Earth-like gravity. Straight in. Here we go. Potato salad. And we're good. Okay. Bogey. All right, so let's take a look at the final question. What must be true about the energy on a planet with changing gravity? So we already noticed that the total energy was not changing. So gravity creates new potential energy in the system. So this word create is throwing me off because remember you cannot create any energy. The potential energy in the system remains the same as gravity changes. We know this is not true because if it achieves the same height, assuming that, and it has an increase in gravity, then it will have much greater potential energy. When the gravity decreases, the potential energy of the system is destroyed. Again, destroyed here is the key word. We know that energy can't be destroyed. So that leaves us with the last question. The potential energy in the system changes as gravity changes and must be transferred from somewhere. So this is, again, what we've been noticing the entire game is that there is a transfer of energy. This question is meant to be a little bit conceptually challenging and might require some facilitation with it to further deep dive into the second law of thermodynamics as a clarifying point. Let's install this, see how we did. That was correct. There is no next hole. Mulligan. All right, and there's the game.